to the channel, and in this video we are going to talk about the different job profiles which are in the market. Correct. So we are going to talk about the DevOps, the SRE, the cloud engineer, then platform engineer, then infrastructure engineer. What does this role means? If you go through the JD, if you are appearing for the interview, you will see that there are multiple profiles which are coming, for which you are receiving the calls from the different recruiters from the different organizations. Correct. Someone might be calling that we are calling you for DevOps engineer role. Someone might call as we are calling you for SRE engineer. Someone might say that we are calling you for cloud engineer. Someone can say platform engineer and infrastructure engineer. What are the skill sets which are associated with the DevOps, SRE, cloud engineer, platform engineer, and infrastructure engineer? This is what we are going to talk about today, and we will also understand what's the pay range for the different profiles, how much package an SRE engineer can earn, how much package a DevOps engineer can earn. So we are going to talk about all these things in this particular video. Stay tuned up to the last, where we will be discussing about the payout as well. And before the payout, will be discussing about the skill sets required and what kind of work all these engineers do: the DevOps, the SRE, the cloud engineer, infrastructure engineer, platform engineer. So let's get started with the DevOps first. A DevOps engineer is an IT generalist who should have a wide range of knowledge for both development and operation. So your DevOps stands altogether development plus operations, correct? So a DevOps engineer should have the knowledge of development and operations both, including coding, infrastructure management, system administration, and DevOps toolchains. When we say the coding, you should have awareness of the Python, you should have awareness about the cloud, AWS cloud, your GCP, your Azure, any of the cloud. If you are familiar with all the cloud, that's very good, but you should have the knowledge on these things. Infrastructure management, that means how will you provision the infrastructure over these clouds, correct? Then system administration, that means you should have the Linux command knowledge, you should have the troubleshooting knowledge. DevOps toolchain, that means we are talking about Jenkins, the CI/CD tools, the different CI/CD tools. We are talking about the GitHub's version control tools. We are talking about the APM tools as well. So all these things we are talking about. We are talking about the Artifactory as well, like JFrog, your Docker registry, and all those things. Correct. So these are the skill sets, minimal skill sets which are required to be a DevOps engineer. You should have the programming language knowledge. You should have the cloud knowledge required. You should have the infrastructure knowledge required. While if you talk about the SRE, site reliability engineers, that's the full form. It improves the software development lifecycle by holding post-incident review. What does that mean? SRE mainly focus on problems and respective solution. If you see, the SRE has to work on incident management. If some incident is occurring, SRE person will go, SRE person will troubleshoot that particular issue. They will resolve, and they will provide you the RCA, root cause analysis, correct? So if we talk about the SRE, they will provide the RCA, root cause analysis, why this problem occur, what were the root cause. Then they will do the post-mortem as well. When we say the post-mortem, that means why this particular issue happened, what can be the preventive actions what we can take in the future, so that this problem will never occur, or it will have a very less end user impact, correct? So that kind of work SRE do. SRE also do the monitoring, proactive monitoring, you can say proactive monitoring, and endpoints monitoring, like whatever the services you are providing to the different customers, so that endpoint monitoring also SRE guys do, correct? For that, what you will have to learn? You will have to learn about Elk, you will have to learn about Dynatrace, you will have to learn about Splunk, you should have the knowledge on the cloud, correct? You should also have the knowledge on automation side. You should have the knowledge on DevOps tools like CI/CD, because you need to troubleshoot as well, correct? You should have the knowledge on Linux commands as well, because you have to run the Linux command to troubleshoot the processes which are running. You should have the knowledge on the workflow, whatever the applications or the services are running, you should have the knowledge on the workflow as well. Now if we talk about the cloud engineer, a cloud engineer mainly focus on the cloud only. Here, while talking about the DevOps and the SRE, we talked about all these tools and technology. While we say about the cloud engineer mainly focus on cloud side, AWS cloud, GCP cloud, or the Azure cloud, or other cloud if there is a private cloud as well. But let me tell you one thing, all these profiles are kind of equivalent to each other, even though there are few differences between all these, but it's kind of similar altogether. So you should have the knowledge of all the tools and technology which are being used for the DevOps, which are being used for the SRE, which are being used for the cloud engineer, which are being used for the platform engineer, or even for the infrastructure engineer. You should have the knowledge on all these things. Then only you will be able to survive. Then only you will be able to understand the system as well and to work independently. Correct. So platform engineer will focus on built up from the DevOps principle that seeks to improve each development team's security. So platform engineer has to do the API related works. Correct. They have to focus on the API development. How can we automate the process of testing, software development, automation of testing process, software development process, correct? Software development process, how can all these things can be automated, that platform engineer will look into that. What's their focus point? Improve developer experiences and self service within a secured governed framework. So they have to focus on the improvement of the platform, the how can these service processes can be improved. Infrastructure engineer has to focus on the infrastructure side, how infrastructure can be make more secured, how infrastructure can be provisioned very easily, how it can be deployed automatically. So all these five engineers, DevOps, SRE, cloud, platform, infrastructure engineer, has to focus on the kind of similar tools and technology and the skill set, but there are few differences. Correct. So it all depends on the organization and all depends on the which kind of project you are going to work on. Now, moving forward, if we talk about the primary focus, DevOps focuses on the entire software development process, while SRE narrowly focus on the reliability and scalability of the system. Correct. What does that mean? DevOps works on the CI/CD tool, how the things can be automated, how the processes can be automated. While once the processes are deployed, SRE works on the monitoring the system, whether the system or the services which are being provided to the customers are highly available or not, it's reliable or not. So those kind of work SRE does. There are cultural changes as well. DevOps breaks down the silos between the development and operations team, facilitating a collaborative and non-siloed culture. Correct. So they have to work with the development team. They have to understand the requirement. Then they have to do the automation for the processes. Correct. While SRE establishes a culture of reliability and accountability. That's the same thing what we are talking about. The SRE focuses on the reliability, scalability, security, all these things. Correct. How the things can be sustainable. That's the focus of SRE. Incident response, the primary focus of the SRE is the incident response. Correct. How they will acknowledge to the incidents, how they will act to the different incidents which are coming, how the things can be proactively monitored and fixed proactively. Correct. SRE focus on investigating the root cause of incidents and implementing measures to prevent them from happening again. Finally, if you talk about salary structure, that's the difference you can read about. SRE versus platform engineering. Automation for broad discipline use infrastructure as a code, ISC tools, that means your Terraform to automate the provisioning and management of infrastructure resources. Correct. If we talk about the salary range, according to the data which are available on the internet itself, DevOps engineer earns yearly 9 to 12 LPA. That is for fresher, you can say fresher or 1 to 2 years of experience. This salary range goes for them. While site reliability engineer earns 10 to 15 LPA. If you see, there is a difference between these two designations, correct? In terms of the salary, there is a difference in terms of work culture as well. So DevOps engineer earns 9 to 12 LPA. They have to focus on the automation, while site reliability engineers has to work in the shifts, correct? while they earn 10 to 15 LPA. So if we talk about the differences, DevOps generally don't work in the shift, no shift, while SRE works in the shift, correct? Works in the shift. They have to manage the system 24 cross 7, correct? So they have to work on the shift as well, morning shift, afternoon shift, and night shift. Whatever the shifts are allocated in the different organizations, they have to work accordingly. Talking about the work pressure, although it depends organization to organization, but might have less DevOps might have less work pressure because they don't have to work in shift. SRE might have a bit more comparison to the DevOps. Why? Because they have to work in the shift. Although I'm not just demotivating any one of you to be SRE or the DevOps, but you might have to work in the shift. There might be different shifts like night shift or the morning shifts, early morning shifts. So you have to work uh, on a pressure mode, you can say. But there is earning as well. So everything has some advantage and disadvantage. So according to the data, site reliability engineer has to earn 10 to 15 LPA, while DevOps engineer earns between 9 to 12. So these are the basic differences between the SRE, between the DevOps, between the your cloud engineer, platform engineer, and infrastructure engineer. But all together, if you say, all the roles are equivalent. There might be a difference in the pay, but all these differences you can manage yourself according to your skill set, according to your negotiation, and the different parameters are there, correct, to manage all the things. So this is what I wanted to talk about, and why I talked about all these things, because I got so many questions from the different people on the comment section as well, like what's the difference between these things, how does they differ in the pay, like pay, in terms of pay, in terms of the culture, in terms of the your work pressure, in terms of the shift. So that's why I thought of creating this video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let's meet in the next video. Till the time, stay tuned with the channel and subscribe to the channel to get more updates about the technical things. Thank you.